Number 45 in the Radiance range is A Story Written in Water, which came out in 1965, directed by Yoshida. This is a rather, somehow at the same time, simple and complex tale of a young man by the name of Shizuo, who is about to get married. As we meet, he has his mother. His father died when he was younger. He is engaged and getting closer to his date of marriage. He has a good relationship with his brides-to-be's father. And suddenly, this seems to be an event that's sparking a lot of memories, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of varying different emotions within this character.
結婚やめようか
As he kind of struggles to come to terms with the fact that he's leading his life the way it's supposed to be done and not entirely with what he wants, but what he wants is entirely in conflict with his whole existence as well. Kind of interesting plot here. So Suzuo's mother is someone he deeply loves, and you get an underlying feeling that could be more than just a paternal love there. There is something rather deep-seated that's never quite fully grasped upon, but it's always there that he loves his mother more than just a parent.
私がここへ嫁いだ時娘でしたかってあんまり昔のことで忘れちゃったわ
And as we kind of jump back and forth in time, we see Shizuo as a young man, as his father is succumbing to an illness, as his wife is struggling to cope, as Shizuo suddenly realises that his mother is a sexual being, has feelings, has emotions, has had experiences, and there are things going on that as a child he doesn't quite put together. But now he is an adult and moving on with his life, they start to come to the forefront, and he starts to piece together more information about his mother, who is also or always just that matriarchal figure who has now suddenly become a lot more than that.
僕は言ってはいけないことを言ってしまったかもしれないでもたった二人の親子なんだから
But there is much more within this kind of drama movie as well. The relationship of Suzuo and his father, whom he never really got to spend much time with. The idea that, in fact, this man that he grew up expecting or thinking that he was his father may not be his parent indeed. There is so many things going on with this that it just feels like every time there's a new scene, there's another layer of trauma being pulled back on this character. The stunning photography, the black and white photography, the outfits, the idea of this patriarchal society and how women are kind of almost subjugated, but they like that subjugation, or it seems as though they're supposed to like it, and almost indoctrination into embracing this is counterintuitive with their thoughts and feelings, and how they can circumvent a lot of what is expected of them as long as they don't get caught and as long as they don't talk about it. I love a lot of the stark images we get here. Quite often the camera lingers on Shizuo's mother as she is almost created as a godlike figure, someone to be looked upon, someone who is perfect, as that idea of perfection slowly crumbles away. As we see her walking down the street with her umbrella, as we see clues to what's going on, as we see her relationship blossom with someone who maybe she shouldn't have a relationship with, someone that's been in her past and in her future. I don't want to mention that too much because it's kind of integral to the plot in this one. You kind of get a feeling of a woman who has sidelined her life in order to give her son the best life that she can, and now she wants a little bit of something for herself. Her son is almost denying that because her time has passed. She's had what life she's had, and now she has to kind of fall into expectations.
母さんお願いだからあいつにはもう二度と会わないでほしいんだ
A Story Written in Water is full of these marvellous performances, of these stunning images, of this slow, melancholic dread that kind of creeps up as you're watching this film. It is fascinating and engrossing, and it's one of those movies that I couldn't take my eyes away, and I really didn't want to uncover any more traumatic information to see the sort of sexual nature of the film, which is very much under the surface and not fully addressed, but it's always there. It's always dark and bleak and always kind of unsettling when I watched this. Story Written in Water was a great film, very impactful, really well shot, and something that has lingered after watching. Well, let's dive into the extras and have a look, see what there is. Here we are in the disc for A Story Written with Water. Let's go to the special features. Mizu Yoshida. Archival interview. Yoshida provides a brief introduction to his film, and this runs for 2 minutes 46, just as a nice little introduction before you watch the main feature. Mariko Okada. Recorded interview with Mariko Okada. She discusses A Story Written with Water, as well as her work and life with Yoshida, recorded for Radiance in November 2023. This runs for 11 minutes 33 seconds. She gets into the aspect of going freelance, kind of working independently from the studio system, and her relationship with Yoshida, and how they kind of settled their relationship while working on this project. Jennifer Coates interview by the author and scholar Jennifer Coates, where she discusses the film, Mariko Okada and Yoshida's filmmaking methods and style, filmed for Radiance in November 2023. This runs for 21 minutes and 42 seconds. It's a great wealth of information about the time this film is made, working outside the studio system, again the relationship between Okada and Yoshida, and lots of other trailer. Also included in this is a 20-page booklet that has one essay in it, Ebb and Flow, the decline of the studios, the growth of independent production, and Mizu Yoshida's stories written on water. And this is really interesting because it kind of gives a run up to making of this film, the idea of where the studio system was, how some certain filmmakers were kind of moving away from it and creating their own style at this time. And it delves into a lot of that and in the production of this film. And that's the extras for A Story Written with Water. There we have it. Number 45 in the Radiance range is another terrific one. I really like that they're releasing a lot of these Asian films that are very different to the kind of Asian films that I've seen before, and they offer kind of something new, a different insight, a different tact, superb filmmaking. I'd love to know your thoughts on A Story Written with Water, so let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, feel somewhere in the middle. If you haven't seen it, have I encouraged you to check it out? I'd like to know that as well. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and Man v Film Dog, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.